What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Kinda Funny live reaction on youtube.com/kindafunnygames and twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Forbes 30 Under 30, a.k.a. the New York Game Awards nominated, a.k.a. New York Comic-Con host, Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Or never changes.
Or never changes. And rounding out our trio, it's Christmas in October, Joey Noel.
You introducing Bless made me realize that Blessing and I are just never on any content together because I was like, I have no idea what your intro is.
Yeah, I feel like I never hear. Yeah, Christmas in
whatever the month it is.
Yeah.
Whatever month it is, you like that?
Yeah,
That's good.
neat.
Yeah. Of course, it's Fallout Day, everybody. This is when the war kicked off. It started the nuclear Armageddon of Fallout in the universe. And so usually a fun little thing that they acknowledge on their social media or whatever. But today, for the first time ever, they are doing a Fallout Day broadcast. So far, they've just said it's going to have some 76 stuff in there. We're going to have developer interviews and 76 stuff. We're, me and Joey, Fallout 76 players. We had a love affair, I would say, a fling this summer. It was pretty serious for me. I think it's going to be pretty high on my most played games for PlayStation at the end of the year. But I loved 76 and where it is, and I think, I gave it a 7 on the review we did? No, an 8, 7. And I'd be down for more. I hope they talk about a big expansion or I talk about this. Joey, is Fallout 76 news going to be enough for you, or would you need more?
I think I would need more. I think I'm at a disadvantage with 76 because I jumped in when I did, so there was a million things to do that I feel like I was kind of jumping all over the place. So I feel like in order to really give Fallout games a shot, I need to start it and play it the way it's meant to be played and not hop around between expansions. And
Blessing, that turns us and our attention to you. We're a minute away from the kickoff of the Fallout stream here. You're down to clown with me anytime. Of course. You just love hanging out with me. You just oh man, what are we doing?
You're my favorite in the office.
Exactly. But you also love Fallout single player. You've never fallen in love with 76. You and I had a good weekend once with it way back in the day. But in our Fallout 76 re-obsession, you never came back with
it just never grabbed me. I really wanted it to, but Fallout 76 has never been able to do it for me. That said, I think there has to be more than 76 here.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to plant my flag. I think they need not way more, but if it is the Fallout 3 remaster, I think that'd be awesome.
That is my highest hope.
Yeah.
Is that at the end, they're like, and by the way, here's the trailer for Fallout Remastered.
What about Fallout Season 2 news?
So my prediction from the start of this was clearly the 76 stuff. I think maybe a casting announcement for Season 2. Of this person's joining us as whoever from New Vegas. And then the crazy hope, here we go, as the bombs drop.
Give me Jack Quaid. Somebody in chat said Jack Quaid. That'd be such a good guess.
Now right there, T through M. Starting with the 76 ghoul who's getting added in 2025, I assume.
76
my relationships with my coworkers.
You can play as a ghoul now in Fallout 76 in 2025.
Okay, I was like, did they not have ghouls?
I've been working with HR on what she calls it the body odor opportunities for me.
I don't know why he smells terrible. Great character artist, just makes me sick to my stomach.
I have candles.
People think I hired him. I didn't. But he's kind of good at his job.
Well, I'm a Texan first, and then a ghoul, and I'm a father, and I volunteer at the animal shelter. These things take some acclimation.
The first thing I'll read too much into, he's a Texan.
On October 23rd,
we going to Texas in an expansion?
We went underground. Found the vault life waiting for us come one day. Leave your trouble on the surface.
And again, if it was Fallout 76 only, wouldn't you call it Fallout 76 Day?
I think you would call that out.
It was also T through M, so...
That's what I said?
Yeah.
Don't take my information and pass it off as your information.
Bear, that's a good observation. I like it.
Thank you.
Oh,
Hi, I'm
it's just the studio?
Community director for Bethesda, and I'm so happy to be here in Bethesda Game Studios in Austin, Texas.
You're right.
Welcoming you all
Xbox
to our first ever
Was there a
Fallout
360
Day
Vault that was
broadcast. As all Fallout aficionados know, October 23rd marks the day the Great War started, kicking off the events of a franchise that has been going strong for nearly 30 years. To mark the occasion, we're celebrating all things Fallout.
You were talking so much, I couldn't just. I was like, Austin, Boston. What? I'm like, what is he saying?
We've seen more players in Fallout than ever before, setting record numbers across almost every title in the franchise. In Fallout 76 alone, we've now passed 20 million players.
Crazy.
So whether you're a longtime Enclave devotee or just discovering Fallout thanks to the brilliant show from Kilter Films and Amazon Prime, welcome to Vault Dwellers. One thing is for certain, Fallout truly has one of the best communities in gaming.
God damn it, Joey.
We at Bethesda
No,
Game
it was one of those
Studios
things
have seen
where
your
I went to
cosplay
LA
names,
and the girl started it
we've
before I
watched your
got there,
videos
so they
and streams.
kept going, and I was
We've
like, well, I guess
visited
I'm jumping
your
into
vaults
episode
and taken tours
3.
of your incredible camps. Your constant creativity truly gives us life. But most of all, we've seen your feedback and we feel your support. So as both developers and fans, we thank you.
You're welcome. Already the production value is higher than I
Start the
thought. If it was
celebration
just going
off
to be.
right. If you've never dabbled in apocalyptic Appalachia, but always been curious, guess what? You can play Fallout 76 for free until October 29th.
There's no way they're doing all this just for
For a
76
limited
content.
time, we'll also be.
I don't like saying that because then we look like idiots in 20 minutes when it was just 76.
Favorite Fallout
But I mean, again, like
now November 20th.
to the point of this,
for a
like
chance to earn
76
a
now is a
pumpkin
legitimate
lantern and other goodies.
hit. Maybe not critical,
Also,
obviously,
through
but like
October 29th,
20 million
players
players, like they
worldwide.
have an audience
All
to
Fallout
do
products
it.
What does that
pretty
mean,
much
though?
anywhere on
You
the
know?
internet.
20 million people
And
booted the
just
game up
like the
sometime.
Wasteland, these deals are
How many monthly active
clear.
users do you have?
Get
Give me the
massive
MAU.
discounts on Fallout titles and Atoms for Fallout 76. We're not just showering our console and PC players with love. The Fallout Shelter community is huge, and we've got some fun surprises for them today too. For today only, you can grab the free Fallout Day bundle that includes Lucy, Maximus, and the Ghoul. So if you haven't downloaded Fallout Shelter, or it's been a while since you played, now is a great time to jump in. Last, and maybe most importantly, stay tuned after the Fallout Day broadcast, where our friends at Fallout for Hope will be doing a live post show and the first annual Fallout Day community parade. This in-game event is produced to benefit the St. Jude Children's Research
This is a good
Hospital.
one.
and
Alex
will
in the
feature
chat says,
floats,
if I wanted to fuck around
and
game
other
now that
special
I'm
guests
done,
with stories of
I'm
players
waiting on
around the
Destiny.
world who
Should I go
love
with
Fallout.
ESO or 76?
Shout out to Ken and
He
the
asked
entire
the chat
Fallout
more
for
than
Hope
us.
team
Yeah.
for always being such a pillar within
ESO,
the
I played
Fallout
at launch and
community.
enjoyed, but it was PC
Now
only.
let's
And by the
jump
time
right
it came to
in
console, I
and
just
take
never
a
got
look
into
at
it.
Fallout 76
Yeah, that's
and get a
a
peek
mini
at.
game.
I gotta go back.
Jess, you okay?
Yeah, I just need a minute.
She's infected.
Turn into a
Whenever you're
bull.
ready.
Okay. Sorry, can we go back up a
Look,
little
her eyes
bit?
are-
Yeah.
All right. Now let's
Look at
jump
her
right
neck
in with a
too,
look
yeah.
at Fallout 76 and get a peek at what's coming next
She's gonna
in
become a ghoul in this
Appalachia.
stream.
Happy Fallout Day!
Edge Slice says 76 is free right now. Try it out. That's what the person was
Start by
asking.
saying that Jess is absolutely right. There's no better gaming community than the Fallout community.
We never could have predicted just how welcoming you would all make the post-nuclear wasteland. We love seeing how you cooperate with and support each other, including how you shower new players with gifts, set up rest
I'll
stops
say 76
with your
does have
camps along the road from Vault
12,134
76,
concurrents right now
and
on
pack
Steam.
donation
It's
boxes
more than,
with
not more than what I
useful
thought, but it's a good number.
When I first played the game, I came out of the vault and a super high level player just dropped a bunch of stuff for me, just like a bag of guns, and waved and ran off.
You hear it from pretty much anyone you ask. As soon as somebody new comes out of the vault, there's going to be somebody waiting there, you know, fast traveling over to get your attention and
Jay
give you a
Bestis
ton
says,
of
give me
good
that
stuff.
native Series X/PS5 version.
Oh, is that not a thing?
Yeah. We're still doing the PS4 version, aren't we,
It's
Joe?
always nice to see.
Yeah, I
I've never
guess
had that
so.
experience in a game
never-
before.
I just assumed it was
And then it's funny, a
PS5,
year
but-
later, now we have a Dropbox that is sitting outside of the entrance of the vault that I got to make. So it came full circle.
Fallout 76 is a labor of love. We're hugely thankful for your feedback over the years because it has inspired some of the biggest updates since launch and has helped make the game what it is today.
Back to it, that's interesting is
We've
like if you go
tried
back and watch the
everything throughout
video
over
where they
50
detailed the
free
expansion we all like that
updates.
his name's
Each one
escaping
is
me,
only getting
Skyline
wild,
Valley. It
more
was basically shot with a
ambitious,
webcam.
and
So the fact that this
obviously-
looks like an Xbox developer direct, you're doing pretty well.
And we have no intention of stopping. It did something weird with my hand.
I like they kept that. I like they
From
kept that.
major content
Oh, behind
expansions
the
like
scenes.
Wastelanders,
This is a fun
which
production.
brought
Yeah.
life back to Appalachia,
To expeditions that took us to exciting new locales like the Pit and Atlantic City.
and even to our latest major update, Skyline Valley.
I like
which
how
gave players their
Wraith in the
first
Twitch chat.
Appalachian
Of course,
map
Fallout 76 people are nice.
and
They're
the
trying to
means
keep people
to
on the
run their
game.
own caravans.
Why do you gotta twist it? Why you gotta twist the community being nice into fucking? Of course, they don't want their fucking dumb game to die.
From free cam and camp building to one wasteland level scaling.
It's so
a
funny
lot
because
has
between
changed
this
in Fallout
and
76
when I jumped
over
into
the past 6
Destiny,
years.
I've had like
The
nothing but
returning
like
settlers
people
and
that are
raiders you've
very
helped,
excited.
the
so it's
games
like,
you've played at
oh,
Nuka World
I
on tour.
Maybe jumping into these games a little bit later with like a smaller community that really cares about
Yeah.
is the move.
To bring the map to life. We love seeing how you've made Appalachia your own, and it truly feels alive. So keep it up. Tell us what you want to see. Shout it from the mountaintops.
More
Or
bigger
if you don't
map.
have
More
any
stuff on the
mountains
map.
nearby, just go on Reddit
Or Discord.
or send a messenger Brahmin.
And join the public test
What's
server.
up with like
We
these
wanna
game
hear
studios
your
having people that are
feedback.
really good on camera?
Keep helping
I don't
us
understand.
make Fallout 76 the best and biggest
Because
Fallout game we can.
it's not in the job description of like
Discord and the subreddit.
hosting ability.
It's really important.
It's
for
like
the
you
process.
should be on this desk.
So please keep it coming. That's how we make the game better. Dogmeat's an incredibly hard worker, and you know we would be nowhere without him.
Whenever I
someone
need
saying
something, he'll just show up and it's like, hey, here's your lunch, or here's a severed hand.
We had this one meeting about hours and how long it is for dog meat.
It's about
Really
time we
puts
talk
things in
about it. We need an
perspective.
office dog.
Wow.
I agree.
Can I just bring Cole in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but I need Cole to care about me.
Over time, he would.
It's
do you
going
feel
to be
about an
a
office cat?
busy December for Fallout 76.
I feel like they
players.
don't need to be taken
One
care of as
update
much.
we've been seeing you talk about
Yeah,
for
but then I
some
feel like the cat
time
would
now
live
is
here.
finally coming to
Yeah.
Fallout 76.
We just leave them over the
And
weekend.
Quite frankly, has us saying,
Have them hang out.
I mean, I imagined the dog just living here when you said an office dog.
I did too. Also.
All right, see you later, office dog.
Coming to
It's like, oh,
Fallout
God, no.
76. Soon, you'll have fuzzy friends to bring your camp to life. There will be 2 pets to start, a cat and a dog.
See?
Let's answer the most important
Now we have
question
camp
right now.
pets.
Yes, you can pet them.
Thank you.
You'll be
I don't know
able
if
to
cats belong in
interact
Fallout.
with your pets,
Damn.
I'll
dress
say it.
them,
He said it.
and even place
It's a
furniture
dog
like
franchise.
a cat scratch pole or a
dog
bona fide
franchise.
It's always been
bone-filled
dog
dirt
meat.
pile in your camp for them to enjoy.
We can't evolve as a
and we're
society.
not
Plus.
stopping it.
No,
there.
because at one
We
point are you
wanna
not
see a
Fallout
wasteland
anymore?
that's full of
Like, what, you're gonna fix the
These
world now?
ship stuff.
Yeah, now for more furry editions in the future, and maybe some that are not so furry.
Yes,
Rad Roach.
can pet them.
No, don't cover me up.
Razzle dazzle.
Also coming in December are player titles. These will include a
Blessing, do you think
prefix
these are
and a
actual
suffix
developers,
that
or do
you
you
can
think they're
combine
actors
to
playing
make your
At this point, I don't know.
They're developers.
Why are they so good on camera?
Competition players are going to come up with.
And they're all attractive.
Goldberg
Not saying
technician.
developers can't.
What are you fucking trying to say?
How are they all attractive?
At
least one of you guys gotta be an ugly.
often, so it kind of fits with that.
You'll earn them as a reward from doing anything from
double down.
completing quests and
Take your mic
challenges
away.
to
You take one day
defeating
off.
epic enemies.
Come back unhinged.
Now, if you're looking for something more,
I took a nap all day until
irradiated,
soccer. It was great.
take a look
I
at
don't
our
think that's
next
a nap if
December
you sleep
update.
all day.
Also, I know you didn't nap. You texted me that you
Deep
beat
in
a
the
Boston
scab
metaphor.
slopes of the ash heap,
Yeah, but that should put me to sleep afterwards.
old
That was
scars
exhausted.
are torn open when we introduce the Gleaming Depths.
The Gleaming Depths is a sort
I
of
like sparkly
traditional
things.
MMO-style dungeon that should really
Uh-oh.
challenge our in-game players.
You get to battle through a gauntlet with your friends if you're really looking for a cooperative experience,
This
like a
does
really
sound
deeply
fun.
tied cooperative
This sounds like you and
experience.
me begging Mr. Hawks
This is
to
gonna
carry
be
us through it.
the content that's going to
I just
really
need the
drive
multiplayer
our
to work the
endgame
way I want it
users.
to work.
Yeah.
The
instead of
idea
way it
was
does.
born in a Bethesda Game Studios game jam, but quickly amassed an inter-studio cult following through the magic and wonder of puppetry.
Huh. Not what I was expecting to say.
John's puppet has been a huge inspiration for us. As silly as it may sound, it actually has been very helpful for us to try to figure out exactly what we wanted to plan for this encounter.
They get really high and make this.
Okay, now I am like they're
Raids are
actors.
an exciting
They're not actors. They're developers.
players a new challenge to overcome.
These are players that have been playing the game for years, level 300-ish plus.
You'll need a tight, well-organized squad of up to 4 players. And y'all need to come well-equipped to even stand a chance at
Have they
surviving
had
the
raids
terrors
before?
within.
Not MMO
The Gleaming
dungeons.
Depths is home
We've
to
had
an
big
abandoned
cooperative things
Enclave
before.
research lab where scientists were studying a phenomenon they call ultragenesis, the spreading of ultracite through the earth.
Your team will have to fight through several incredibly demanding encounters. And once you start, there's no turning back. You win or you die. The first encounter you'll come to is the Guardian. Think of it as a mechanized doorman, which is maybe a little too good at its job. If our heroes survive, they delve deeper into the complex and come upon a giant drill room. Part of the group will need to defend the drill from being ravaged by mole
Furry
miners,
B in the chat says,
while
"This is
another
one of the
part
worst
sprints through the
presentations
nearby
I've ever
dark
seen.
halls
I
to
love it."
gather the energy for powering it up.
You got to watch more presentations.
I'll say, this is a great
They're having
presentation.
fun and they're being human. That's great.
Stalker.
Go watch one of those Coke Media ones.
Rival juggernaut who wants only to kill you.
Like they're selling me quite a
Good
bit
luck with
actually.
That's fucking
Brave
boy.
adventurers who
Come play with
outsmart the
us.
Stalker will next
December.
find
So we
themselves
have
face
to
to
get.
face
Yeah, there's nothing new in
tectonic
December.
trifecta of
Indiana
terror.
Jones. What are we talking about?
And Marvel
Agents
Rivals.
Vulture, Lynx, and Bloodhound demand precise teamwork to overcome for players to deliver the final blow.
I guess it's interesting for me because all of my dungeon
When players think they're through the
experience is
worst of
Destiny,
Destiny.
where like
The
the
Stalker
whole you
returns,
go in
hell-bent
not
on
knowing
revenge
anything and
for
trying to
yeah,
figure it out.
earlier
So it's
trickery.
interesting to have them be like,
Yeah, this is
these are all the
this
people
is
that
very
we are
MMO.
encountering.
Yeah, MMOs are always
deep within the
showing
horrid
everything.
halls of an Enclave research laboratory long lost. It's been an excruciating journey. Take a few minutes to bandage your wounds, polish your gear, and muster your metal. Because
Again,
you're gonna
imagine what it's
need
like
it
for them,
when
though.
You face
Like you were the
ultracite
fucking
terror
punchline
the
of games
Gleaming
for
Depths.
so long, and maybe not even a punchline. You were like these fucking guys took the money and did the thing. And now,
My favorite thing
no
about
matter how
Gleaming
small it
Depths
is, there's
is
an
the
audience that's like, hey, we like this game.
Boss in Fallout 76, and it
Remember
might
the
be
tote bag
the
or whatever that they
biggest
had
boss
Oh,
in
yeah.
the game.
Pre-order.
It might give you cancer.
First
Oh, that was
seems
a helmet.
It is very intimate.
It's always something.
It is huge, and you're going to feel like there's no way around it.
It's seeing people jump out of their chairs and.
Like it was so bad
flee
that in order for
terror
Discourse to
is
shift away from
always
Fallout,
makes
Anthem
me
had to come
happy.
out.
Yeah.
So
Anthem had to
before
come in
you
there.
even set off for the Gleaming Depths, you want to make sure your gear is up to snuff because with high risk comes high reward. And these
Lath in the
rewards
chat
are
says, I wanted this for
legendary.
Marvel's Avengers.
And what's
Listen,
more legendary
I saw somebody else
than a
mention
3-star?
this looks better. We don't. Let's
4-star
not bring up
legendaries.
Avengers, all right? I'm trying to
Greg's still
heal.
healing.
I'm trying to heal from my past breakups. All right, can we just move on and talk about this game I like?
Maximizing your build. For example, I love having Slayers equipped
we know
on
how
my
long this
plasma
is
caster
anticipated
as
to
it
be?
gives
No.
me a massive damage boost to legendary
I'll let you in
and
on a
raid
secret.
enemies
I
alike.
emailed PR about it twice.
Take that, ultracite terror.
Number one, I was like, off the record, how long is it? And is there anything other than 76? No response.
To craft a
Then today I
4-star
got the reminder. I was like, how long
legendary,
is it?
add
No
a
response.
4-star mod up to a 3-star legendary,
Not
and
giving
you're
you
on your way to
anything.
killing the baddest beasts in the land. That seems like a lot, right?
I do kind of want to play this
Well,
actually.
we're still not done. Hey, Bill. Oh, hey, Dave. Coming in early 2025, for the first time in Fallout history, you'll be able to transform into a ghoul. Once you hit level 50 and complete the ghoulification quest, you'll be able to experience all the benefits of life as a ghoul. You'll no longer have to worry about catching a bad case of the rads because you'll be immune to radiation damage. In fact, you'll crave it. As a ghoul, exposure to rads will heal you and possibly unlock
Banner
unique
said,
abilities.
if this just keeps going for 2 hours, at what point do you
Don't
guys stop
even worry
reacting?
about pesky
When
things
we're
like
bored.
you need to live.
At some point, I'm just standing up and I'm leaving.
Instead of hunger and thirst,
Oh,
you'll
full
have a
noon.
new feral meter to keep an eye on.
You got me till 5.
Depending on your playstyle, you might even let yourself get a little wild. Because going feral has a few perks of its own, such as turning into a crazed berserker, hand-to-hand combatant who could rip the face off a Deathclaw. Players who choose to live life as a ghoul will also get access to a suite of ghoul-specific perk cards to use in addition to the existing human perks. This, coupled with a ghoul's immunity to rads, will open
Is
up
this exciting
dozens
to you,
of new
Bless,
play
if you're
styles
jumping
for
back
players
in?
to experience
Do you
the
want to be a
wasteland.
ghoul? No.
I don't think I've ever
But
had
being a
the
ghoul
desire
isn't easy.
to be a ghoul in Fallout.
Ghouls get a bad
Greg?
rap, And many NPCs and factions like the Brotherhood
The new cards are interesting.
won't take too kindly to your new
So
look.
I don't know.
Even if you do,
I think it makes so much sense of like when you have these people like we're playing with that were like level.
What does it mean to
1200.
become a ghoul?
Like, yeah, I'm sure you
Does
want
that
a new
include
gameplay
new
experience.
abilities,
right?
new perks. Does that include narrative options that will take place? For example,
New
the
narrative
Brotherhood of
options are
Steel, who do not take kindly to ghouls.
It'll be cool to see like ghoul parades and ghoul camps and ghoul friends.
So one of the new
It could be
perks
cool to
that are coming
cosplay
up
as
with ghouls, which I think is my favorite,
Wad-
is called
Walt
Battle
Goggins.
Genes.
Walt Goggins?
Which is
Yeah,
a
from
perk that will
Fallout, the
activate
TV
as
show.
soon as you're
The
in
ghoul?
battle.
The
that will
ghoul,
heal
yeah.
the-
I was like,
the
what's his
ghoul,
name?
because you're feeling that
I guess it's the ghoul.
adrenaline rush. You're training for battle, so your body is getting ready.
Got
For
a week
ghoul
till
players
Halloween
who
to pull it
still
together,
want a
Bless.
complete storyline quest
I
with
do have a
factions that
Fallout
normally
jumpsuit.
wouldn't ally with
Yeah.
a ghoul. There
I don't know
may
if I'm
be a
gonna
way
do
to fool
the
them.
ghoul. I think the thing about
And
ghouls is that
if
they
it
look
turns
too
out
freaky
being
for
a
me to
ghoul
like want to
just
like
isn't for you,
emulate in real life.
Players will be able to
Oh,
revert
you don't
back
want like
to human.
makeup or anything?
Yeah, for
But
me it's like
come
the
on.
same like
Don't
clown
you think
fear.
smooth skin's a
I
little
feel like if I saw a
overrated?
ghoul, it'd do the same thing.
This update is something we are very
That's a
excited
lot
to get
for us
into
to
your
dive
hands,
into at a later
and we'll
time.
have more to share in the
like
coming months.
anybody who have a fear of clowns understand what I'm saying? Let me know.
therapy session
Promise I'm not a D-plus.
Yeah, like is this
Like I don't like that.
traumatizing for you?
A little. It'd be more traumatizing if
IRL.
if they were standing in
I
front of
think
me with
as
this
an
makeup
artist,
on.
I will always put myself in
You're
my
saying it
art
would be
in
like a nightmare for you
in
to
one
come to
way or
work one
another,
day
and
and you're
that's
all dressed as ghouls.
something I really
Not that we
enjoy.
would
If that
ever
ever
do
happened,
that.
just I'm going home. So you know,
Making
I'm not staying the day.
characters. I had talked to John about maybe expanding onto other things, but he really felt that was kind of he's my
Project
zone.
Turo says, I just want to move
He
my
said
save
that
from
that was
Xbox
a
to
way for me
PC.
to speak my truth through the
Keep holding
through
your breath
the
on that
art.
one. I
So
don't think that's ever
what
happening.
I like to do.
I agree it should happen, but I have a Bethesda account. Just let me.
Well, before we say goodbye, we wanted to say thanks again to all our fans that played our recent map expansion, Skyline Valley. Looks like I've got some research to do on an upcoming feature.
Oh.
That's exciting.
Fishing?
I love fishing.
Thank you for joining our big Fallout Day celebration. It was so great getting to share all the fun updates to come. Personally, I can't wait to play as a ghoul. Speaking of the ghoul, to our wonderful friends at Kilter Films. On behalf of the entire Fallout community, congrats on your Emmy wins. I think we're all a bit eager to see what happens
ADR that
in
one, huh?
season 2.
Congrats on your
Just a
Emmy wins.
reminder, be sure to tune into the post show with the folks from Fallout for Hope. For anyone that wants to wet their whistle with the Sunset Sarsaparilla and live that real New Vegas experience, come hang out with your friends at the Pioneer Saloon in Good Springs, Nevada, where the entire town will play host to the unofficial Fallout fan celebration. They've been doing it for years, and it's amazing! So on November 16th and 17th, if you see us, come say howdy. On a personal note, seeing things like the Fallout meetup happen organically is incredible.
This is such a Greg Miller thing. On a personal note, while I'm dressed as a ghoul, let me tell you this heartfelt thank you.
All things
in the middle of the closing monologue.
Part of what makes this franchise.
I did that
so
fucking
special.
yesterday in a Batman, in a Quest
As
headset,
it
and a
is
Batman
our first ever
outfit.
Fallout Day broadcast. And saying goodbye is harder than fist fighting in a Saltron with no chems.
Come on.
We just want to take the time to celebrate some of our favorite moments from development and the community.
My favorite thing about Fallout is just the world.
There's part of me that's
Alternate
like,
history,
it's so
the
high
retro
production. They have to
sci-fi,
have, they still
all
must
the
have the
little
Fallout 3
random things that you
remaster, right?
First time
It's still good. It's still good.
We still
Right
got
there when
time.
she was like, there's one.
Unlike so many other worlds, it's one of the most playful and interesting to build in.
The thing I like the most about the community is just how passionate they are.
Seeing players be unique in a unique franchise. I mean, they're truly, the community is one of the best out there.
They're the type of folks I'd like to hang out with.
It's the cool makeup, man.
Some of my favorite community moments in Fallout 76.
I can't tell. Are you excited by it or are you
Save
scared?
it, because I want to. We're gonna go to ads after this is wrapped, and I want to talk about Bless's chance of coming to
I think it's
76.
just awesome.
I once saw somebody dress up in cosplay mirroring an animation that I had created. A guy sitting on a chair playing a tuba. It was amazing.
That's really cool.
I love that the community has started visiting the real-life Fasnacht event in Helvetia and brought masks that are directly from Fallout 76.
Who doesn't love chasing those rare masks, those glowing masks?
That's when I knew 76 was going to be a world that could live on forever.
Stay true, citizen, for the Brotherhood.
Okay, cut.
Thanks to all of you for joining us here at Bethesda for our very first Fallout Day broadcast. You know, when we think about Fallout, for me, it goes back to playing that original game and just falling in love with it. It is such a blessing for us here at Bethesda. Is now our 20th year working on the franchise, and there have been so many people that have created in it over the years, and you can ask any of them, whether they worked on the games or now the television show, everyone will tell you there's nothing like working on Fallout. It's just an incredible universe, and obviously an incredible universe to play in. We're looking forward to more, so thank you for joining us.
It's all life, darling, so enjoy your stay. Told your neighbors on Fallout Day.
Still time.
Dude, how did you feel when Todd popped up? I was like, wait, hold all your impressions. Remember, everybody, we couldn't do our small 11-person business without your support in picking up those Kind of Funny memberships. With the Kind of Funny membership, you get all of our shows ad-free, the ability to watch us record the afternoon podcast, and of course, your daily dose of me in a series called Greg Way. But you're not using your membership benefits right now, so here's a word from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Phasmophobia. The genre-defining horror game is finally coming to consoles on October 29th, 2024.
What did you see? Okay, never mind, we're coming. Hello?
That's right, just in time for Halloween, the phenomenon that is Phasmophobia enters console early access on PS5, PSVR 2, and Xbox Series X/S with full cross-play supported across the platforms. Join the already almost 20 million players on Steam, including our very own Snowbike Mike, and get ready for some spine-chilling ghost hunting with up to 3 friends. Making sure you work as a team and utilize your equipment is key to making it out alive. It's almost time, Ghost Hunters. Phasmophobia is finally entering early access on PS5, PSVR 2, and Xbox Series X/S on October 29th. Wishlist now and prepare for the terrifying ghost hunts that await.
This episode is brought to you by New World Eternum. New World Eternum is a thrilling action RPG experience for console and PC players with a vibrant world, vast and beautiful setting, dynamic real-time action combat, and the freedom for players to choose how to forge their destiny. Combat is skill-based and dynamic, incorporating swords, guns, and sorcery so that you can build one character to rule them all as you explore Eternum and unravel the mysteries of the supernatural island that you can't leave. You love playing RPGs alone? You can in New World Eternum, or play cooperatively with your friends as you complete quests, get better gear, and level up. Greg played this at Summer Game Fest on PlayStation 5 and was caught off guard by how much he enjoyed it and how many hours he said he could see himself sinking into the final product. There's boss fights, cool enemies, crossplay, resource gathering, and crafting. So yeah, this sounds like a Greg game. New World Eternum is available now on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. This episode is brought to you by Marvel Snap. Y'all know Marvel Snap completely took over my life when it burst on the scene 2 years ago. I love it so much that I even mentioned it in my wedding vows, because to this day, my wife Gia is so obsessed that she has not missed a single day of completing her daily challenges. Marvel Snap is an award-winning collectible card game that combines deep strategy, a unique snapping mechanic, and your favorite Marvel characters with thousands of unique card art variants created by renowned artists to collect and use. Each game only takes about 3 minutes, so you can get in and out wherever you are. And with more than 270 cards in Marvel Snap with over 2,000 unique art variants, you'll always find some new fun. Marvel Snap just celebrated their 2nd anniversary, and to say thank you, they're throwing a party. Boosters, credits, variants, borders, and more are all up for grabs just by logging in daily, starting on their anniversary, October 18th. Download the Marvel Snap app now, available on the App Store, Google Play, and Steam, or visit marvelsnap.com to learn more. This episode is brought to you by Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium, polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers an unrivaled product that's just as good as any expensive pair that we've worn. Y'all know I've been outside in the sun a lot playing Pokemon Go, and it's such a great experience wearing Shady Rays when I am out and about looking dope. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by lost or broken replacements. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they told us they will send you a brand new pair. No questions asked. Exclusively for y'all, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. Head to shadyrays.com and use code KINDAFUNNY for 50% off 2 or more pairs of shades. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Again, shadyrays.com, use code KINDAFUNNY for 50% off 2 or more pairs of shades.
And we're back for our live reaction to the Fallout Day stream. There's still time. There's still time. I was like, damn it, Tim's going to be right. I let myself dream that this would be more than just 76. And then it was like, Todd popped up and I was like, wait a second. This is where you do we've all worked on it for 20 years, this, that, and the other, and we're excited to show a screenshot of 3 Remastered.
I love it. They just kept going, and then like after Todd, Phil Spencer pops up.
Just want to say thank you for watching.
Satya Nadella pops up.
Bill Gates.
Greg,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was going to ask
you question. Oh, I liked it. I mean, come on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, first off, me and the Fallout 3 remaster, or hoping for, like, they were they were clear in their thing. This is going to be a 76 thing. We're talking about 76. So, again, I think you could have put it on there or done whatever. I think messaging and hopes aside, I mean, I think that was a really well done presentation. Again, it looked great. It was funny, I thought. Again, to your point of, like, all the devs are funny and they're actually acting, and, like, these people deserve a victory lap, period, is the long and short of it. Like, we can't always talk about how, underappreciated video game developers are, and then for them to come out and celebrate their games, be like, fuck, it sucks. Why did you not something new? Like, yeah, of course I wanted 3 remastered. Of course I actually don't care about a casting announcement. It would have been cool. But, as somebody who loved 76, played the shit out of Skyline Valley, and then put it down, I'm looking for a reason to come back. So Pets don't do it for me, but like the Gleaming Depths sounds interesting enough. Playable Ghoul, I do think I will pop back for, because I think there's narrative threads in there I'd really enjoy. What about you, Joey?
Yeah, because the Gleaming Depths is the only thing that was new that was announced today, because we already knew about the Ghoul.
Yeah.
So it does feel like a particularly long. I mean, 20 minutes for one new announcement is kind of.
I don't know how much Pets we knew about before.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't know player titles, I don't think, either.
Okay.
Yeah. They had announced Pets, because I remember that. I remember reading something about the Pets thing. And then I think the gameplay of the Ghoul is new. Like, we knew the Ghoul was happening, but I don't think we saw, like, people playing as the Ghoul before.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen him in action and the customization and all that jazz. Yeah.
And it's probably just because I'm not deep enough in the 76.
Sure, we're very surface level, of course, of what we think of 76.
Yeah, I don't know that this was, like, particularly exciting to me. I don't know that it's going to get me to jump back in, other than to try Gleaming Depths.
Even that seems like it's gonna be high level play.
Yeah,
I think making my character into a ghoul, that'd be fun.
Yet. Is this? Do I want to even grind to get good enough, or to a point where I can actually do that? Probably not.
So then we turn our eyes to Blessing, where obviously we didn't get what we wanted out of this in Fallout Remastered, but you seemed interested as it went on with 76. Do you think there's a chance you pick up 76?
I think there's a chance. I don't know if it's a high chance, right? Like, I think as they kept going with this presentation, it was getting me back into the, I love Fallout, and like seeing them talk about the 4-star weapons. And I think the thing that caught me was them talking about like the MMO raid thing. I was like, oh man, that sounds really fun to do in the Fallout world. But as it kept going, I was like, but I just didn't vibe with Fallout 76. So like, what would change that now, aside from like,
when's the last time you went back with me that one weekend? Have you been back since then?
I think I went back earlier this year a little bit when the Fallout TV show came out, just to like mess around, see if it would naturally grab me. Yeah, and I ended up just playing a little bit more Fallout New Vegas instead. So yes and no on that. Like, never say never, but I don't think this is necessarily changing me in terms of, oh man, I gotta go back all in. Like, it's not necessarily that attitude with it, but I echo the fact that like I'm not mad at this presentation, right? It's like a good way to celebrate Fallout Day. Is obviously something they're doing for their fans. It's funny because I think the production value of it had me like, oh damn, all right, this is something bigger. And it not being that, I can't get mad that they put in a lot of production into it.
I mean, I think you feel a little bit misled.
Here's
not
my
by them, but maybe by myself.
Yeah.
I think they, were clear, hey, it's our first Fallout day, right? We're doing this for the first time. It's going to be 76. Jumping in and seeing that production value, I think now speaks more than ever what they think of 76. Because again, the Skyline Valley, like when they gave the tour video, it looked like that was filmed on a webcam, as I said earlier. And like this clearly is being treated like, oh, well, we have 20 million players in some respect and still a bunch of actives. And you assume the same thing that happened this year will happen when season 2 drops, that people are going to be like, fuck, I really want to play something. And they're going to go, hopefully, knock on wood, I'm sure, if you're Bethesda, to Fallout 76, where there's going to be this whole expansion maybe you didn't play because you dropped out, and maybe the game's got a million other things in there that make you want to stick around.
Yeah. And to my slightly spoiled perspective as a gamer, right? Seeing the production value and it being a fully Fallout 76 thing, I think to your point, kind of reflects how they view 76.
Yeah.
But also for me, as somebody who loves the single player Fallout games, was like, oh man, it's Fallout Day. You have this cool presentation that you're doing.
You're coming off of all the heat of
the
show.
You're coming off of the show, right? The people being hyped for that. It's 20 minutes long. I didn't time it, but it's like it was a good amount of length. And like, oh man, you didn't have any other thing to talk about but 76. All right, cool. Like, I don't want to take away that 76 is important for them, and it's an ongoing game, so they're always working on it and all this stuff. But I think when you say Fallout Day, it almost means something. I would think that it meant Fallout 76 plus other things. And yes, they did like clarify in their thing that like, oh yeah, we're gonna have more.
I'm with you of like, I think it's interesting that the way the Fallout Shelter, you can go get the free Fallout TV show bundle in there, obviously for Fallout Shelter. But yeah, like not even a like pimp the merchandise. You know what I mean? Of like, this was happening on the Bethesda store in honor of Fallout, or this the code, or da da da.
I have a question. And you two seem to be the right people to ask.
We're all that's here.
How does a Fallout Day compare to like Outbreak Day for The Last of Us in terms of like
what
they do? It's
now called Last of Us Day. All right.
Sorry.
There was a global pandemic. Joey, show some respect.
Yeah.
All right.
Oops. Sorry.
Wow.
I mean, again, this is their first time doing something, I think, that's more like actually making a bigger deal out of it. I mean, you can tweet about it, you can mention it, and the audience can celebrate it. But to do a stream, this is like almost, again, interesting in terms of the life cycle of 76, where I think we've seen Outbreak Day become less meaningful and 7 Day become way less meaningful. You see, apparently, this popping up where I'd imagine this is going to be an annual check-in of, hey, here's our online game that's always updating. Here's, whatever the latest update is. Obviously, you'll still get your Xbox showcases at SGF that'll have to talk about what the big thing is and where it is. But here you can have a signpost and a little celebration for it.
I do wonder, do you think this was always meant to be just the Fallout Day like presentation, or I forget the name they put to it, Fallout Day, like video, or do you think they ever had the developer underscore thing attached to it? Because it was shot and filmed like a developer direct.
Yeah,
it felt like it had that level of production to it. And
I think they just found success with that format and how many people liked it. And so I don't think it was ever going to be a developer direct officially.
Yeah, because it having those vibes. I was almost like, did they like finish this and realize that like people would expect more if it was called a developer direct, so we're just going to call it Fallout Day? Because I would be down for a yearly check-in with what's going on in Fallout, but I would also like if that check-in was more than just Fallout 76 stuff.
Again, I think this is us pushing and pulling a lot of different things. Like, they talked about this and advertised it and whatever, but like, are the other sites and our peers reacting to it right now? No, right? Like, this was very much motivated by me being like, I love Fallout. Even if it's just 76, I'm going to be interested to see what it is, right? Yeah. And then I don't think IGN's reaction to it or GameSpot. So I don't think there was this buildup of it being something amazing, but you wanted to be ready in case it was amazing. And then you start thinking about what you would do if you wanted it to be amazing. And you hear it's just like, okay, cool. It's the people who made Fallout 76 talking about what 76 is. And again, I like that. I saw it go through earlier and it's long gone, but somebody in the chat was like, these kind of days aren't for what you're talking about. They are for wallpapers and fans and celebrating your community. And again, when you have a community like 76, again, however big you want to make fun of it or honor it, it is the idea that, them teasing fishing is a headline for them. You know what I mean? Like, that's for the community, getting to go do that is cool. The ghoul thing is cool. Seeing what your ghoul would be is interesting. And I am thinking about what my ghoul will look like. And do I want to do that? And I probably do. Yeah. Because again,
Ghoul Chapel Roan?
No, I actually am Greg Miller in Fallout 76, yes. And that's the thing, is I don't think he looks a lot like me, so why not be a ghoul Greg Miller? Why not make him look like an irradiated fuck out there? So yeah, I'm happy enough with it. Again, like, I'm glad we did this. This was fun. I thought the presentation was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope we can get you in eventually, Bus.
I hope they can get me in too.
Yeah.
I've seen them put together the high level weapons. I was like, oh yeah, Like that looks cool. That looks like a fun time. And again, I like this world so much.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what the thing is that could get me in at this point.
The problem is it's time and it's games, right? There's so many other games that like even when I was playing 76, I remember being like, should I just boot Starfield though? Like I want to get ready for the DLC, right? And so then it's like you figure even right now, like, okay, I could go play 76 or I could do more Starfield or I could, it's a week until Dragon Age. Diablo. Then, of course, the Diablo, then New World, which got immediately sidetracked by all the redacted games we need to play for that. So I'm anxious to get back to New World.
Tragic that I haven't gotten back there.
Right, like there's so many things. Oh, and I got to play Metaphor and I got to do this. Either. And it's like, yeah, there's like so many things to do that I feel like a commitment to a games as a service as us, variety gamers, is so tough. Whereas, again, you're speaking right to an audience here who's like, oh, fuck, cats, finally.
And I think if there was something, like, if the story content felt as worthwhile, I think that's the thing is I don't hear people evangelizing Fallout 76 for like oh man, but this quest right here blew my mind or anything like that. Is there?
Blew your mind? No. Skyline Valley was a great, hey, this is a return to a Bethesda of like, oh man, there's a choice in this and that. I would still push you towards Starfield and Escape. I think you'd really like that stuff. And I think that's the thing where in this day and age, there's so many flavors of Bethesda that it's like, you could go into 76 and do a bunch of shit you don't really want to get to something interesting, but if you want a single player, there is that. But if you don't want space, then you could do this. And if you don't want, what I mean?
So many caveats that are just end up in a circle.
Exactly. We have a couple super chats here. Foxy Steve says, as much as I would have liked some bigger news, I'm more interested in 76 than I was an hour ago. I think that's
nice.
Even if you're not motivated to actually play it, it's getting closer.
No, that's the thing. If you're doing chip damage, like eventually you're going to get me.
Yeah. And then Hider 700 says, random, but I want to Fallout in the Pacific Northwest. I'll just live with you. I just want to I want to Fallout. Please just give me another Fallout.
Yeah.
Give me a single player Fallout.
I want to, either New Orleans, because I know that was like rumored and talked about forever and ever
That'd
ago.
be so cool.
Either New Orleans or PNW Fallout would be sick. But also, I feel like we've been to the PNW a lot in video games in the last decade.
Mm.
And after a nuclear wasteland, it's going to look pretty much the same.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's like a bunch of trees.
Like what in West Virginia, it's more mountains. More mountains than Boston
honestly.
was. And more, okay. All right. Well, this has been fun. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
I hope we'll get you one day, plus. We'll get you. We'll see how the ghoul content is. See what new story options
But I don't
it does.
think that's a Blessing is just going to have to play like this.
Yeah.
Every
Well,
time
again,
there's
when
a
they're on the
ghoul
screen, my eyes adjust. It's just like the idea of like somebody
Your
in ghoul
eyes
makeup.
adjust.
Somebody in ghoul makeup. What, we're not gonna look at the ghouls and be like, oh, they're pleasant on the eyes. It's like, no.
Ladies, gentlemen, and envies, that's been our reaction to the Fallout Day broadcast. We hope you had fun hanging out with us. Of course, we are all about live talk shows, which means we aren't done yet. Right after this, as soon as we end, there's going to be a new YouTube link for you. Twitch people can hang out, and we are going to go do an NVIDIA-sponsored Alan Wake to the Lake House stream with me and the Nitro Rifle himself, Andy Cortez. If you're watching later, if you're listening to this later, make sure you check it out on youtube.com/kindafunnygames. Like, subscribe, share, twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. Podcast services around the globe. No matter where you get the content, thank you for your support. Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.